Welcome to episode 37 of Favorite Cheese.
Yes.
Whoa. That feels so good, right?
Yeah, that's a substantial number of episodes.
It's a good chunky number
It's
of
a good
episodes.
number.
It's a great number.
Yeah.
It's one below my age.
And one above mine.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Welcome to episode 37 of Favorite Cheese.
Yes.
I always like being like, I'm Lee Newton. This is Andrew Delman.
Hello.
We're a husband and wife duo that we're professional cribbage players, and also
You can't just say stuff like that.
why not?
Someone's going to call you out.
I know that I can't, but a part of me is like,
Why don't you explain how cribbage goes?
okay,
right?
first of all, there's a board.
There's a board.
And
then the peg.
it can be kind of expensive sometimes.
Okay.
And there's pegs.
Poker
and
hands.
There's poker hands?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a professional cribbage player by any means.
Yeah.
But, I do love the concept. And I would love for something that cool, honestly, to be my moniker. But I don't have that.
You got a lot of cool monikers.
Thanks. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm a professional puppeteer.
Yes.
I
You're a
am
comedian.
Sure.
You're a internet personality.
I am
You've
a
traveled
ballet
the
dancer
world.
with the New York City Ballet.
No, that's me.
Okay, so sorry.
yeah.
Look, I think we can hop right in, don't you?
Yeah.
I think we can hop right in.
How's your week been?
Yeah, how has your week been? Ours has been a little crazy and convoluted, but not in a bad way.
No,
Nothing bad, I think. We did release our friend's dog to the ether.
To the wild.
To the wild.
No.
We hope he's
We
doing
said,
okay.
See ya.
Honestly, I think he's thriving. He
Yeah.
sent us a lot of paw letters, and I think he's going to be good. I really do. He's not for this world. He's a feral animal that belongs in the woods, and he deserves to
It
live
is
that
funny,
life.
though. Our neighbors, when they saw him, they're like, if you told me that you just found this in the back of an alley, I'd believe
Yeah,
you.
100%. I
I'm
think
like,
there
nope,
are
a
some
domesticated
dogs.
dog.
I do feel bad sometimes because there are some dogs where you're like, I can't believe I domesticated you. I feel bad. I feel like
Yeah.
you belong in the feral woods, living your best life. Like our
I don't
dogs,
know if that's
they
their
have
best
no
life.
idea what to do.
But they're living their best life.
100%.
Yeah, they're
they
just
are ill-equipped
sitting there.
for anything other than laying and farting in the sun.
Yeah.
That's just a
They
fact.
don't do much.
No,
They're
I love
just
that
like
life,
therapeutic, basically.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to lay on you real quick. I'm going
Heck
to look
yeah,
you deep
babe.
in your eyes. And I'm going to say, it's all okay, Dad.
I'm not kidding. I would put money on. If there was like an insane Thanos thing where they were like, hey, if you take the dog DNA and you could turn it into a child, I'd be the first person to be like, we gotta invest in this company.
I mean, I don't think that's anything to do with Thanos, as Thanos
I'm
was
just saying-
doing the opposite.
No, but I'm just
maybe
saying,
Theranos?
if someone
Yeah.
at Theranos,
No,
thank you
but-
so much.
Yeah.
If someone as unhinged as Elizabeth Holmes came to me and was like, I'm working on turning dog DNA into children.
Take my money.
I would. I'd
Where do I
invest.
sign? How do I show up to meetings?
Is it-
How do I know?
Should we get this on the board?
Yeah.
And I would. I'd be the insane asshole that she'd need to absolutely.
I bet I could do it for you through AI. Does it have to be real? Or could you get like...
Oh my god!
Like,
I bet you could turn
yeah.
this dog into a child.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Or I could like make an AI that like talks for her too.
Oh, I don't want that. No, I've already. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. I've
yeah,
already
yeah.
established her
Okay.
voice.
Yeah.
I don't need that in any way.
No, it
I
would be the
like
voice
to
based
see...
on the one you've established.
I don't know. Okay, this is not bad. Or maybe even we just start like a weird booth at a fair that's like, did you want to see your dog as a
And
human
then you
child?
come out as like, hey, Mom. I'm like, that's
No,
not him
it's
at
just
all.
gonna be like a
Get this
computer
guy outta here.
program.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you remember when they do stuff at Disney where they'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's the future and you can see such and such moving cars, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, all right,
Yeah,
I'll
I
do
remember like our prom was just awful in high school. And for whatever
Sure.
reason, like we weren't allowed to go to like anywhere cool because we had like got kicked out of everywhere. And
What is wrong with this high school?
oh, we would just like burn things a lot.
Yeah,
I guess.
well, you
Like-
gotta do it.
well,
You
they're
gotta
like,
do
they're like,
it.
well, you know why we can't go back to Disneyland, right?
The fire.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, what? And they're like, well, because a lot of the kids from our high school, they
Oh, yeah,
like are
you've
pulled
said,
right
yeah.
out to go work at Disney or whatever.
Wow.
And so they're like, yeah, so they were already working there because they were on the, on the techie,
And
the
then
tech
they-
crew.
yeah.
Then they hit a bunch of booths booze on Tom Sawyer's Island, which they got. Then they lit Mickey Mouse on fire. So we are not allowed back at Disneyland. So we had to. We just had to go to like Dave and Buster's every year for like our grad night and for everything else.
That seems so sad.
And I remember
that's so sad.
One of them was like at this like weird like place, and they had, and this is creepy to do, but it's the prom. They had one of those machines where like you'd sit with a girl and it would like print out what your baby was.
Ew, we're like 16 years old.
I know.
Gross.
And I had just like, I had been through some drama with the girl that I was dating, but like, but like whatever. And so like on prom, of course, like I'm sitting in this booth with this Dina girl, you know, and she's just like, I think her baby they're gonna look nice.
Baby they're gonna look beautiful.
Yeah, I'm
between
like, screw
your
you, Dina.
hair
I wasn't
and my
supposed
curl,
to be here.
I'm supposed to be with someone else.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be with Sonia.
I wanted to see what Sonia and my babies would look like in a weird AI program.
Yeah.
That's disturbing on every level. But I love that they did it at a prom. They're like, this will be good for the kids. Like,
I think I still have the picture somewhere.
Ew.
No, because she was like, I'm gonna cherish this forever, and I like threw it somewhere.
Burn it.
And my mom was like, all your things from high school. I'm like, I don't ever want to think about high school again. Get it out of here.
And then she was like, you're 36. Why did you slam a door in my face?
Shut up, Mom.
Shut up, Mom. Get out of here.
Well, since we've inherited some money, we've installed the unslammable doors. Damn it, these are nice.
I would actually.
My mom has it. They're like slow close.
I know.
You're like,
I know.
Right.
Which is a weird thing to be like, we really got to make some adjustments around this house.
Unslammable doors.
Like, new couch? No. Same one. New carpet? No, beige as beige can be.
Yeah.
But unslammable doors? Absolutely.
And soft close cabinets.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I get it. That's
the priorities are nice. The priorities are good. I love it.
I'm sick and tired of that GD door slamming.
We like the finer things in life.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
So,
it's perfect.
We got off topic because of AI and Frank looking so good over there.
I'm just so excited that you are going to show me AI Frank as a human child.
There will be some glitches, but
she's like, well, ignore her hoof.
Yeah,
She's a beautiful child with a gorgeous hoof.
If it was 99% human,
I'd take a hoof hand.
But a one hoof hand.
Are you kidding me? Heck yeah, same personality. Give me that hoof hand.
It's still Frank.
I love her. Look at her right now. She's a little porpoise, and I'm in love.
She's a pork pie.
I love her, but I get it. Look, I think I can jump straight into.
Let's jump right in. Is this a fondue? Is this a camembert?
This is a camembert.
Ooh.
This is a camembert. Okay. Look, I've been saying over and over again that I am in my relapsing of my Jane Austen era.
Oh, yeah, but you've been in here for a few.
I've been here for
You've been here for a minute.
I feel like, look,
if you're just tuning in for the first time and you're like, who are these people? Lee's been going through Jane Austen, Jane Eyre, Jane, all these
all
Janes.
The Janes. Yeah. I'm really in a Jane zone.
Hitting some period piece.
I am.
Sexy.
Yeah, horny, but like so
mild.
Mentally horny.
Yeah.
It's such a mind horn. Yeah,
so
I get
please,
it.
Take us on your journey.
Okay, well, as you know, I've been deep diving, right? And one of the positives that I will say is that you've always been one of those people and partners that, like, if there's something that excites me, you are the first person to be like, I love it. Let's watch more. Or I love it. Like, let's bead more. Or do whatever is something exciting in my life. You tend to find joy similarly. You've never negged me for any, like,
just the Christmas.
Yeah, but I secretly think you fucking love it,
man.
I
do, but I just have to tell you sometimes, like, there's only so much room.
Yeah, duh.
Because that one,
that's just logic.
This one, it's like, I could get another hard drive. We could watch another movie.
Everyone will see the Christmas and you'll be like, pretty great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I know that you're secretly you're not a curmudge about it. You're actually pretty good about it. But
until April,
and I'm like, you're like, take it down now. No, but particularly, I've been like heavy in my Jane Austen, and you're like, yeah, let's watch Emma, let's watch Jane Eyre. You've been fully on board with this journey. So then we recently got into. I feel like that is a really heavy piece of, like, if you were going to diminish me to a brand, it'd be like, what does she love? It'd be like cheese, Jane Austen, the Muppets,
the finer things,
the finer things. fully the
She's
finer
like a
things.
child that grew up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah.
No, I feel like that would be, a big, deep era of mine right now. But we got on this show. It's on PBS streaming, which doesn't feel like it should have a streaming platform.
Yeah, why not? Everyone else does.
Everyone else does. Good for you, PBS.
What is it? Passport.
Get it in there. It literally was like $2.99 a month, and we're serious about it. You're like, okay, PBS,
all right,
I would love
PBS,
to.
Calm down.
But so
if you have a library card, it's free. You're
that's
like,
probably so true. Honestly, knowing PBS, but there's a show called Sanditon. It's based on an unfinished novel by Jane Austen, and it's, same old song and dance.
Yeah, it's like imagine having read every single book, and you're like, if only I could have one more. And she's like, here it is,
here
almost.
It is, kind of almost.
But it's right there. It's
on the edge of it. You have a female protagonist.
It's her edging book.
It is her edging book novel.
You're like, oh, I need more.
You have a female protagonist that is like too smart for her own good, but is an outlier.
But all the females are too smart, too good for the guys.
Good for her, because they all were. And then you have, they're building a town, and it's all these different dramas within the dramas within. And you have a Mr. Darcy character that is like, an asshole, but is misunderstood. But is he soft? Maybe. Who knows? But he does nice things for people, but he just can't show it on the outside because he's too tough. All those things.
But then after meeting her and dealing with how smart she is.
Classic.
Even though she's from a poor farm daughter.
She's poor.
Yeah.
Get her out of here.
But wait, she reads books?
Ew.
And she actually can keep conversation with me?
Disgusting. They're all blown away. But she literally is like, is that a roof? And they're like, it is a roof.
Wow. And she closed the door behind her.
Wow, good for you.
I mean,
every time they say, it's like the smallest thing. They're like, my lady, you know how to play cricket? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's just because they didn't. They only knew how to play the piano and, giggle at jokes.
100%.
And it's she just didn't think she'd be in that world.
I get it. But it's just always such a, they're truly mind blown by being like, wow.
Wow. A woman who can read.
A woman that can read?
Yeah.
But it's
shocking,
truly,
right?
It is a shocker. But it's one of those classics. The thing I love about it, and I think we all can deep dive into this, is the main guy that is like the Mr. Darcy love interest, yada yada. This is a spoiler, but is Theo James. He was in White Lotus season 2.
Yeah, and
he's a very handsome man. Yeah, unarguably handsome, just a ridiculously handsome man. And
he looks like Nick from The Bachelor.
He does look like Nick Vale from The Bachelor.
Handsome.
No, he's handsome. He's a handsomer version.
But he's British, so he has better.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's so handsome, and there's they're pretty good, chemistry, yada, yada. It's fine.
Yeah.
Cut to season 2.
Yeah.
He gone.
Well, that's because he got cast in
White Lotus.
And he's like, see you, PBS. Moving on up.
My camembert is truly that they built this humongous storyline between these two characters that was will they, won't they? Oh my God, this is happening. And then season 2, they're like, oh, no.
Well, I think the book was unfinished, and he's like, see ya.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're going rogue, baby.
They went rogue.
Let's keep going.
They went rogue. And even your 85-year-old aunt?
She's older. Yeah.
She's older.
I don't know.
Your mid-80s aunt was the one that turned us on to this. She was like, you have to watch Sanditon. And we were like, really? And she's like, you love Jane Austen. You have to watch this. She watches it religiously. She loves it.
Yep.
So we started watching it. And the one caveat that she did have was she said, the first season guy is the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then the second season, they really got some duds.
Yeah. Well, they were scrambling.
Yeah, you
could tell.
I think that's such a funny thing for a woman in her 80s to be like, hey, here's the deal. You're going to lose interest.
She's a widower. She's just trying to get through the day.
I get it.
And, when they turn you on so hard in that first season and then they just let you go.
They just let you go.
So, I'm surprised she survived.
Yeah. No, I get it. I would have died.
She could have just been like, I'm out.
I'm out.
That's
you know what?
it.
That was my reason for
invested.
living.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm fully done.
We got to visit her, actually.
But that is my
talking about
camembert.
that.
Wait, we probably should, actually.
Yeah. We've been watching it. We just got to season 2. Are you doing okay?
We also think he's a dad.
Yeah.
But it is a difficulty. That is my camembert, is falling so deeply in love with this this and falling so deeply in the storyline, and then for them to literally just be like, oops, recast, and you're like, no. Yeah, I'm wrecked about it. I don't think I'm going to continue it just because I'm bored about it. Though. You're going to continue it?
I'm going to continue.
Yeah, I think we should. But it's just one of those of like, you know, why? Back in. No, I'm out. It is truly just one of those where I didn't realize until we were like 3 episodes into the second season how much I was watching it for that handsome man. Yeah. And now here I am. And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's time to move on.
I watch it for the accents and the funny costumes.
No, you don't.
Mainly. It's not hot. If that's hot and heavy to you, then that's...
It's not hot and heavy. It's like mentally stimulating. It's always the will they, won't they. Mentally...
It's... You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
So if you pretend you don't, then that's... I'm like... The whole time I'm like, look at those boats. Those are cool boats.
Wow, you think he had a boat like that? All right.
Are they bunting? Is that what that's called? Look up if that sport is called bunting. That's what I'm doing the whole time.
The entire time. But you're still enjoying yourself. You're still having a great time.
Yeah, of course.
You're still also now sad because Theo James is out.
Yeah, of course. Because like you're invested in a character. It doesn't matter who it is. It's
you're
like...
right.
If you're like, hey, I like that guy, and then he's just gone. Yeah. You're like, what the... And it's not even like literally season 1 ended on a very high note. Very like, hey,
oh shit, this is
happening.
I can't wait to see what happens.
We're moving forward with this that we built.
Yeah.
Then season 2 is like, actually, he left for White Lotus too. So this is all changed. Yeah. Everything's on fire.
Don't worry about it. Scramble.
It's a scramble fest.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited to see where they
Thank you so much. I really applaud your positivity.
Thank you.
And I really even more applaud the fact that you will dive into this absolutely unhinged journey on the Jane Austen train with me.
I'm ready.
Thank you.
Sanditon.
Sanditon. Watch it if you have $5.99 on PBS.
Wonder why she never finished. Did she meet her Mr. Darcy or did she meet her maker?
No, I think she met her maker. She died a single woman, rightfully so. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fairly sure she did. I could be spouting out of my ass.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Do not look at me. I look at the boats.
I thought Jane Austen was Jane Eyre.
That's enough, I think. I think maybe you want to backtrack on that one. You tell me they're a different person. You tell me.
And then there's a Jane Goodall, too.
Okay, that's enough, I think.
I think they're all the same. I also thought that the monkeys killed Jane Goodall. That's a whole different thing. I looked it up. They're like, no, she's good.
No, she didn't. No.
I had this story, the Mandela effect in my head that they like murdered her.
What?
Yeah.
No.
And then I found out recently. I'm like, oh yeah, no.
That would be a way bigger story. Everyone would know about
it was a huge story on the playground.
That the monkeys murdered Jane Goodall?
Yeah, some bully told me that, and that's been sitting in my head for... Never Googled. I'm like, I guess that's how
that's heartbreaking. Anyways, monkey bars.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I don't want any money. I guess I'm not going to go hang out with them.
That's so funny. I love that you're like, don't fact check it. Just
we didn't have facts back then. We just... If someone told you something happened...
We didn't have facts back then might be my favorite thing.
It's just like if someone said it...
That's such a boomer mentality. We didn't have facts back then. If
someone said it... It happened.
Yeah, I get it. Look, man, you gotta, if you're not gonna stick around for all 72 seasons of Sanditon, don't even sign yourself up. That being said, I would have absolutely done the same thing.
Yeah.
I would have absolutely been like, yeah, I'm this character in this Jane Austen thing. Oh, wait, HBO wants to put me in White Lotus? Yeah, I'm probably going to go.
I don't know, though. He wasn't that big of a character in White Lotus. I would have stayed in Sanditon.
It's going to make his career. Everyone knows. The fact that I was talking about this to a friend.
Sanditon made his career.
No, I do not think so. The fact that I was talking about this to a friend and I was like, and then the guy from White Lotus is the main lead love interest. And she went, Theo James? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God, it's Theo James. I was like, yeah. I mean, the fact that she knew says everything you need to know. It says everything you need to know.
Wow.
It's just also, it does feel like
I still don't know if that's his name. Every time you say his name, I think there's like this weird lawyer on a billboard here called Sweet James. And he's like balding. But he like photoshopped it. He does
insane. Photoshop in a really weird
and
fake
it just
wig
says,
thing.
he's a lawyer named Sweet James.
Sweet James Bergener.
So whenever you say Theo James, I just think of Sweet James and not of a sexy British man.
Well, you should think of a sexy British man from here on out.
Well, I'm sorry that they killed him off.
Okay.
That's why the actors are on strike.
Yeah.
That's why they're on strike.
Bring Theo James back to Sanditon.
Or else. And also residuals.
Hey.
And
but
see,
I mean, to be fair,
if they
want to do what they would take Theo James's face, put it on a different body, AI it, and then you'd be like, oh, this is going to continue on this fucking journey forever.
Yeah.
Sanditon will always be a hit now.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I am fondue that tonight, in like an hour, I am going to an escape room for the first time.
I'm not ready for the journey that it will entail.
Yeah, but I'm just more like intrigued, I guess.
You were saying you're like, I need to like hang out with my friends more and do more things outside of the journey, which I think is what summer's for.
I'm not going to say no to new experiences. I'm not going to turn into a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I have this friend, and he's a really sweet guy, but like he's been pushing this escape room on us for a while, and like
I want to say years. I want to say for years he's been like, you gotta go to this escape room. But just going
for it, like literally, like if I get a text thread together, we gonna make this happen?
Yeah, he's
and everyone's
really
like, yeah.
this.
But like everyone's like, I don't know. And then he gets the thread together, and he's like, all right, boys, like I've already looked it up. I've already done all the work. Like all you gotta do.
He's planned it all. He's planned the entire escape room.
And then like no responses, right? And then finally he's like, I really need to know though, because like I did put a pretty big deposit down on this or something, and you're like silent, and then the one area code number that I don't know that's on the
someone else
thread,
is in there.
Yeah, one of his other friends like, I'm in, and then I'm like, okay, and then one of my other good friends, he's like, all right, I'm in, and then I'm like, all right, why not? Let's do it. And so I'm in, and then the other friend who I'm really looking forward to, he's the last to chime in, and he's like, I do have like this family dinner. I'm really going to try to get out of it. And then of course my friend's like, 4 out of 5 is good enough. And I'm like, wait.
You're not going to that escape room. You escaped.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, then this guy, he's the real winner of the escape room. He escaped having to go to the escape room. That's the greatest escape possible ever. Like he didn't even have to pay $40 to escape out of a room.
I've never in my life been like, I mean, I am excited because I do think it's funny when someone that you like know is so excited about something.
Yeah.
Then you're like, I gotta experience this just because.
No, that's where I'm
like,
at.
I gotta like at least see where it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like I'm sure I'm gonna come back and be like, yeah, it was fun.
Fine.
It was fine. So I'm texting him and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like it's not, because I've never done an escape room, and you know, it's already a weird, like I already have reoccurring nightmares where I'm like escaping things, like where people are like chasing me.
Escaping is an actual reoccurring nightmare.
I'm like the hero in the movie, but it's not as cool as it looks in the movie. It's actually like horrifying. And I just wake up and I'm like, I saved all of your lives.
Just in the dead sweat.
And it's always you or Weasel or Frank, one of you, whoever is in my zeitgeist will like walk towards the enemy, you know? And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you like, we can do this.
That's the true escaping that you need to battle.
So I'm already like, it's a lot, but he is Jewish, so I'm like, he wouldn't go to something like we've escaped for a long time.
Yeah,
so
it wouldn't
I'm like,
be like, you guys have already escaped enough in your
that's why
lineage.
I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be. So I'm just texting him, and then he calls me. I'm like, hello, and then he's like, there's a lot. I need to do this through a text, and like, sorry. I need to do this through a phone call. It's too complicated for the text.
I'm so scared.
And
already.
I'm like, okay. And this is the worst part, because like I don't really care. I just wanted to know if like I'm allowed to wear Birkenstocks or if I should put on like
you gotta
shoes.
put on closed-toed shoes. That's a closed-toed shoe situation.
But that's kind of what I'm texting about. And he makes it this whole like, all right, man, it's not that scary, but it's more spooky than scary. And I'm like, wait, what is this at all?
Yeah,
like, I had no clue.
I thought it was like we just got to use our mental abilities to like get out of the room.
Yeah. And he's like, well, basically, we show up and we take this quiz. And it's a silly quiz. Like, it'll be like, what's your favorite color? And how many girls have you kissed? And what's your favorite song? And you're like, what?
What are your hopes and dreams? Yeah. And you're like, I get it.
Listen, if you want to get to know me.
Yeah, just have a conversation.
We can hang out.
This is how men are like, hey, I really want to
Go
get
to
to
an
know
escape room.
We're going to escape room. We're going to talk about our hopes, dreams, and our fears and insecurities.
But all while escaping. And you're like, Jesus.
You're like, all right.
But it's funny because he's explaining it to me, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, one of us is the jock, and the other is the virgin. And I'm like, what is this? Yeah. And like, he's like, then they blindfold us and throw us in a room. And I'm like, hold on. And then he's like, not together, though. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. And so then he's like, I'm like, do we have to wear the blindfold the whole time? He's like, no, they take it off you when you get into the room. And then every person has a puzzle. And one guy you can help each other out, and you have an hour to escape. I'm like, what if it takes me like 5 minutes? And he's like, well, if you don't get out in an hour, you lose. That's the rule. And I'm like, okay.
This is insane. And also, I do love that you kept talking about this escape room thing, and I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll go to escape room. I'd love to. That sounds fun. And then I literally, I was like, and then you texted him and were like, cool, girlfriends and wives and whatever. And he was like, just the men.
He's like, boys only. Bring your thinking caps. We're going to get ourselves out of a pickle. Like, he was like, this is a boy's mission. And you were like, cool, see ya.
I was like, wonderful.
And I'm like, no,
please make my best friend.
No, so like, as I'm talking to him, it's funny because I'm not actually scared. I'm just like asking questions.
You are one of those people, I will say, that like, you are very calm in very scary things. You are very calm.
So,
like, you're disturbingly calm sometimes, where you're like, please care more about the fire.
No, and you gotta be, if you get too, I don't want to say hysterical because that's a derogatory term.
It is. It's misogynistic.
But if
it's rooted in misogyny. So great job.
If you get overwhelmed with emotions, you will not think clearly in a situation.
Sure.
All right? You need to be calm as a cucumber. You need to be focused, the eye of the hurricane. You need to see what's happening around you. Make solid decisions.
This guy in the escape room is gonna be hell.
I'm just like doing like Tai Chi in there, and I'm like, I will start the puzzle when I'm ready.
You're wearing your blindfold as a headband.
Yeah. He still has the blindfold on.
No, it's my headband. It's my headband, and I wore my gi, so back off me.
They told you can take the headband, or you can take the blindfold off. No, it's
I
better
cannot.
this way. I can feel.
I'll do the puzzle blindfolded.
Please don't.
Please don't. No, but it's funny too because like I'm just asking questions because my sister went to this like insane. I don't think it was an escape room, but it was like a hell house. It was like in Niagara Falls, but on the New York side or whatever. And it's this haunted house where it's like literally you go in there and they can touch you and they can attack you.
Yeah.
And my sister's like, I had to drop to the floor under these like flashbangs.
First of all, she said that like her friends were like, made her go. They like paid for her to go. They were like, you're going to love this. So she went alone. Oh, yeah. And then she was like,
but they're like, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
It's so funny. It's so crazy. And then she was like, I had to crawl through the entire thing because it was truly one of the most terrifying things. There was like weird logs swinging and like weird people that could touch you and grab you.
She was like traumatized. She was like crying, and they take pictures of you. And so I found the pictures, and she's like crying bloody murder
in hell.
And the best part about it is like, I don't know if these people in Niagara Falls are just like sick like New Yorkers. You're like, whatever, it was hilarious.
Yeah, we got a chainsaw and all.
Yeah, we're like, oh my god. But like, you can see all of the pictures of everyone else who's gone on there. Yeah. And so I'm going through my sisters, and it's funny but sad. And then like there was a family right before her, and they were like actually Amish people, like Amish, and they're so scared.
Yeah,
like,
why would they go to the hell house?
Because I don't think they knew. I think they were like, it got good Yelp reviews. Yeah. Let's go. Then the pictures are literally like them, like they're freaked out. They're so like they've never seen anything like this. So I'm just asking him, and maybe it's my anxieties or whatever, but I hear him, it's cool, man. It's not going to be that scary. And then I hear his freaking girlfriend laughing in the back. I'm like, I'm not scared, okay?
I need you
I'm
to
not
know.
Scared.
I just needed to know if I need to wear closed-toed shoes.
Do I wear closed-toed shoes? You're overselling this. I'm not scared at all. Do I do an edible or not? Like, am I going to be bad at the puzzle, or am I good at? I'm not afraid, you know. But it was just like very funny.
I do love the like. I just need you to know I'm not scared. Yeah. It makes you sound so much more scared.
I know. And then they're laughing more. And then he's like, you need to, but then it's funny too, because he's like talking about Not Scary Farm or like
yeah,
and he was like, we always go and that one's more scary than this or whatever, and I'm like, I'm never scared at Not Scary Farm because I know that you're not allowed to touch you, and so like my way of getting through it, every time a jump scare would happen, I would be like, you're not allowed to touch me, not allowed to touch, and I mean
Get
like
away.
and I mean like that probably is me just comforting myself,
Sure.
like we both know you're not allowed to touch me, right? Like I know the rules, I'm not scared, but I'm like actually scared, but like I'm like, just don't touch me.
I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm very excited to just,
I think it'll be a bonding experience. I think we'll come back as like a crew.
What if you come back and it really is just like you guys just talked about emotions?
I think we might get matching jackets and become like a whole...
What if this isn't an intervention for the guy with the 203 phone number?
Yeah. Hey,
and
man,
it's not actually an escape room. It's like, hey.
It's inappropriate.
I'm going to be honest. We thought, yes, you agreed to an escape room, but it was actually your intervention.
You're going to have to escape us.
Yeah.
Intervening
100%.
you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I don't fail the group, but also hopefully this is my dream. I get it done in 5 minutes, and then I'm waiting for the other guys.
They take your phones, don't they?
No, yeah, but you can, I don't know what they do, but you communicate through it, apparently. So you can help each other out. There's like a detective guy who like is watching all the screens and trying to help us like figure out our puzzles if we can't get it. So that's what I'm like, how hard is this puzzle? Like I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 3 minutes. Like how hard is this puzzle?
You're going to feel like a real asshat if it's a hard puzzle.
But like what's a puzzle's a puzzle. There's no such thing as a hard puzzle.
Delman, yes there is.
Listen, I could literally
no one cares about your weird puzzle bragging. I just have to put it out there.
You could take something and shred it, and I could put it back together.
No one cares about the puzzle brag.
I'm a big puzzle.
I just need you to know.
Big puzzle energy.
BPE. No.
Yep, big puzzle energy.
I love this for you. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Watch it come back, and I'm like, I need to call my therapist.
I just want to go home.
Yeah.
You are home. I want real home. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait. I think it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait for you guys to find out each other's favorite colors and favorite songs
have to
and
decide on mine.
Favorite
it's gonna
emotions.
Take a long car.
They're like,
and that's the other thing. We have to carpool to this thing. It's like by Disneyland. It's like over an hour away.
I feel like this all makes so much sense. Whoa, it's in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Delman,
yeah.
this is unhinged.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
I wanted you to be the guy that said yes to things, but I think sometimes you might have to put your foot down.
Hey, I'm not driving. I'm but it's
road soda.
Yeah, you mind?
This guy's on an edible.
No, it was funny
and
though.
Wasted, and his puzzle is everywhere.
I'm normally really good at puzzles.
I guess I have a Rubik's Cube in under 3 minutes.
Why was that drive so long? No, the best is like he invited us over at 4. I mean, granted, it is the weekend right now, but he invited us over at 4 o'clock to have some pre-drinks if we want to. I'm like, yeah, and then we're driving an hour and a half. Like, who wants to do that?
Just buzzed
now I'm
in
just
the back
tired.
of a car and hot.
I'm gonna pass
just
out.
The hottest buzzed. You guys are all over 6'3". If he has any sort of mid-size, you're screwed.
Oh yeah, we're screwed. It's
I love
Corolla
it.
for sure.
Yeah, it's a Corolla for sure.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm so excited to hear.
Thank you.
All about it.
Yeah.
I really believe in
Me
you.
too.
I really think it's going to be
the journey.
A dream. Look, I think we can dive into a couple of melting pot
questions. Yeah, let's do a few
questions,
then give some big updates.
Oh, big updates.
And then I'm going to escape.
And then you are going to escape. This is a really important question.
Okay.
Mateo Yeager asked, with the strike going on, why am I not seeing more Newsies references and songs going around? And look, you know what, Mateo, that's a really good point, because it is a bunch of actors.
I just don't think that he's looking
writers.
deep enough, because I literally was at one the other day, and they were doing karaoke,
100%.
and they were singing it.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
Seize the
Day is a daily thing.
I think Christian Bale was actually there singing
I'm 100%. I bet he was. What I do want to say is it's not getting as much publicity as the Newsies songs, and I do believe that would be the change that we needed in the world.
There's not enough publicity happening because the people that own the networks don't want you to see what's happening. So it's only through Twitter and Instagram of actors and
TikTok.
stuff. Yeah, TikTok. But it is a funny joke. But like, no, there's a lot going on.
It's
Some
absurd.
Of it,
I mean, traffic was stopped the other day at NBC Universal.
Yep.
There was thousands upon thousands of people there.
I was at Netflix. There was a lot. They had karaoke, as I was saying. Yeah. And
there's a lot, but
people.
You're right. I do agree that there should be more Newsies things of Seize the Day. But I just need you to know.
But that's the other thing. You don't want to look like we're having like too much fun out there. They're like they did a whole stage production. Like
they're like 2, 3, 4, clickety clack 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 clackety clack clack, and they're like, why do we?
And the CEOs are going to be like, they're fine.
They're fine. They're dancing.
They're having
a great time.
Instead, we're just marching and we're like, you guys suck.
And my indie Gabby asked, what movie would you recommend for someone finding inspiration? That's a good question.
Finding inspiration.
I mean, maybe needing inspiration, finding inspiration, trying to find inspiration.
Well, I have a few like documentaries, but I don't know if that
is such a real thing for you. You would suggest a documentary.
Well,
I love that.
There's a documentary called I think it's on Netflix, but it's called Ai Weiwei, Never Sorry. Ai Weiwei is this Chinese artist, and he's amazing. Like his work, it speaks to me. It's very controversial to some.
Sure.
Not in like visual stuff, but like for instance, one of his big pieces is he took like a vase from the Ming Dynasty, and he drew a Coca-Cola logo on it, a real one.
Love it.
And or another one, he took a real Ming Dynasty vase and he broke it.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And or
perturbing the art scene.
Yeah, one of them in the Tate Modern, he has like something like 500,000 or more like hand-painted sunflower seeds.
Oh, wow.
Just spread out, and you can like walk on them and stuff. But he made like these Chinese people hand paint, so you could see. He does a lot of visual stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I would watch that documentary. It's really like trigger warning. There are some like graphic stuff, and in the sense of like the Chinese government basically beats him up and stuff like that. But that documentary gave me a lot of inspiration, and it showed me like, wow, like things can be very powerful, and you can be in the worst place ever, but yet still find art or find hope. And then there's this other artist named Gregory Crudson. I forget the document. Just look up the documentary on him. He's a photographer. I thought his documentary was really inspirational. And crap, I can't even think. There was like, what was that one thing I was making you watch, the like mini series on Netflix about there's each of these different people, and they're like really good at what they do. And one of the ladies is like, she's into fonts, like she makes all the fonts.
Yeah, and I can't remember what that one was.
That one's another good one. And then there's another good documentary called Bill Cunningham's New York. Those are all really good documentaries on artists. Forget what the one on Netflix is, but it's also inspirational. But I would just say watch other documentaries about other artists, because everyone goes through writer's block, and they go through hating their work or hating themselves or being uninspired.
The process and all that.
Sometimes you'll watch someone else and it's like, he goes on a bike ride every day. And I'm like, well, I don't, but maybe I should. And then you go outside and
That's
then you're
so funny
inspired.
that you went like documentary route. I would immediately go like watch Eternal Sunshine or like Everything Everywhere All at Once. That is like, I mean, both of those are real big ones for me that kind of like let you know that there are times where you get mad at like being inside your head, and you get mad at like, I don't know, life circumstances that happen to you, but then the realization that like those kinds of things tend to make you, and that you can find the good in things is kind of, you know, I don't know, that's my weird inspiration journey. Also, I think that those are such amazing, beautiful films that you can't really deny them. You can't really deny like how big and grandiose they are, and how weird, and I don't know, they tickle my brain on a lot of weird different levels.
That's so interesting, because like you are such a visual person. Like when I'm watching a movie, I'm just like watching it. It doesn't inspire me. It might wow me. It might like blow my mind. And then later when I'm thinking about it, I might be like, oh, I have a story to tell. But when I'm watching it, I'm not thinking that. Whereas you're like, wow, they're breaking these rules. They're doing this. They're doing this.
Yeah,
Whereas,
I do that all the time. Yeah.
I want to watch like, how does their brain work? I want to make my brain work like their brain.
I mean, it's just us and our differences 100%.
Yeah.
But I always feel like those movies tend to be, I don't know, I tend to feel like big grandiose films and with big grandiose themes, because I mean, especially Eternal Sunshine is one that still is my favorite movie of all time, because I do think it really is such a human condition of like, I wish that never happened, but like that is absolutely what makes you.
But I've never had that. Like, I liked that movie. It was fun, but like I've never had I've had things that have broken my heart to my core that I wish that person or those people didn't do that to me. But I never would want to get rid of those memories.
Oh, I wish I could absolutely obliterate it from my brain and it never existed.
I
100%.
hear you. But for me, it's like I
know.
I wouldn't be me without those
That's
things.
probably a really healthier way to look at it. I mean, there are things that I would absolutely be like, remove it like a fucking mangioma, baby.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I get that. But I think that's why it is so important to see all those different like weird alternate timeline things
now
and all
that
those.
I think about it, if they could remove my tenor sax solo from my 7th grade jazz
This is what I'm
competition,
saying,
I
Del.
would be down to get rid of
Del,
that.
wouldn't you rather just get rid of that?
Yeah, but it's just me. The other people still remember. They're like, it still sucked.
But then it doesn't
What are you
exist.
talking about? What are you talking about?
It doesn't exist. You don't remember it. It doesn't exist. You don't get to live in that embarrassment.
Yeah, no, because
it doesn't matter if someone else. It doesn't matter.
Some
I
other
just don't
guy.
I'm just saying, if you never had to remember it ever again, then
Well,
you're good. Then the trauma is out. The trauma doesn't exist.
I don't think that's how trauma works, but
I'm pretty sure that's how trauma
I think
works.
it's just you don't
if you
remember,
never
but it's deep.
experienced it didn't happen.
Yeah, but epigenetic trauma is real. I never experienced a lot of these things, but like my ancestors
I'm not talking
did.
about that.
So
I'm
you
talking
would
about
not
that
have,
one in
yeah,
my
but you wouldn't
life.
have the memory, but then something would happen that would trigger it, and you'd be like, I don't know what's happening, but I feel...
No. Watch Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Smoke some
Everything,
weed,
everywhere, all
and-
at once. And oddly, Mad Max is very inspiring to me.
Yeah, and obviously
however,
dabble
Fury
in,
Road particularly. But yeah,
if you're not afraid, you can dabble in some marijuana.
you don't need to do that
But
if
also,
you don't want
no, but
to.
if that helps, because it has helped me in the
You
past,
just
and also
suggested that someone get high and watch this documentary. Which
yeah,
I get
that
it.
helps me.
Sure.
And then there's another thing. If you're into a book, Annie Leibovitz at Work.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
book
a great
actually
one.
really helped me because it shows how she finds inspiration, and I love her work.
That's a really good one.
Yes.
What an
Anywho.
excellent suggestion.
Yeah, thank you. That was actually a very good question.
Yeah, I loved it. And the Gabby or Gaby IVC Pet 84, which is a fantastic name, said, I got an amazing job offer after almost 10 years of being a stay-at-home mom. Any advice on major life transitions?
Whoa. Embrace it.
Yeah. Get so excited. Build it up as going to be like, I don't know. I feel like biggest thing is be proud of yourself.
Yep.
Find ways to continue to be proud of yourself.
Yep.
Embrace it. Make it something so exciting. Put a ritual to it. If it is like, hey, I'm going the first day to do this job, great. Go get yourself a wonderful coffee so you can celebrate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Put a ritual to the positivity.
I don't know you personally,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I don't know what type of person you are. I would suggest if you, these are just suggestions in that case. Number one, you said you're a stay-at-home mom. Like, that is the hardest job.
It is the hardest
out
job.
there. It's the most hectic. It's the most
Requires
challenging.
so much.
Yeah, and if you can do that, you can handle any job because literally unless you're like a surgeon, most of these jobs aren't life or death. And if you can just show up and get through it, I remember I was hanging out random. I didn't know I was hanging out with this person at the time, but he happened to be a very big deal. He was the CEO of Fox.
Oh.
But I always said, what do you do for a living? And he just said, I just put out fires all day and I keep my cool. And you realize like that's all he's doing. He's not actually solving anything.
Sure.
He's just telling everyone to quiet down.
Yeah.
And so what I would say is have that confidence. Like treat the other people like your children. Like don't yell at
100%.
them. But like know that whatever they're yelling at you is just garbage and listen to it. Respect your neighbors but like have that confidence that you've done it already.
Yeah.
You're gonna own it. Enjoy it, as Lee was saying. Reward yourself. If you're like my big thing also is like don't put it on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Like when I got this new, like when I was first doing web development, I was literally like doing actors' websites, you know, and there was no real pressure there. But then the higher up I got bigger jobs. And then before you know it, you're like putting all this pressure on you because you're like, it's not just a guy. This is like, you know, this big company we're working for. Yeah, exactly. And it's a big deal. And the paycheck is huge. And then you realize like no one cares. Like they don't care. They just want the job to be done. So just show up with confidence, have a good time. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the change.
Oh yeah, view it as like this new chapter. That's always a fun part of it. It was like, oh, this is this chapter of my life. How exciting that you get to start it.
And you get to add a chapter after being a successful mother already and raising. So now you get to start with this awesome job.
Winning.
And if that is too hard for you, just play a character. Like, no, I'm not kidding. I remember like when I was in high school, and I think some people from high school actually listen to this, but when I was in high school, I was a nice guy, but I was a little insecure, little unconfident, little goofy, whatever, had adult braces. Anyways, but I remember one of my friends gave me this advice. Like, when you go off to college, no one here, like, none of this has to go with you. Like, you can just reinvent yourself, and everything you've ever wanted to do or be, you can do that from day one when you get there. And I did, and it was awesome. And I had a great time. So, like, you have the chance to be whoever you want to be at this job.
Yeah.
And be the best version of it, and you get to control the narrative. And so, and also for me, I was always like, and if they fire me, I'd be like, well, it was fun. You
had
know,
a great time.
Don't ever be afraid of being fired. Don't let people take advantage of you. Stand up for yourself, but have a good time.
Wow, that was amazing life advice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Therapy.
I still think you should get a coffee.
No, get a coffee for sure.
Yeah, for sure get a coffee.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a coffee kind of gal.
Heck yeah. Take yourself out for a mani-pedi. Tell your husband you're going to be home, but you're held late for work. Go have some drinks with the people at work. Woo! Fucking let loose. Take care of yourself.
Okay. Hold on, wait. I think everyone, you know what? Light a fire.
Go to your office.
Wonderful life advice.
Tell your boss. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I love it. That girl Trish, who is Trisha Hirschberger,
Hi, Trish.
just said, legitimately miss your face. That isn't a question. Sorry, I'm bad at questions. That's fine. I love you so much. And yeah, I love that girl so much. So she can just say,
thank you, Trisha.
I love your face. Thank you, Trisha. With that transition, I will say we're going to, like, a big announcement that we have. It doesn't feel like a big announcement. It feels weird to be like a big announcement. But
changes are coming.
The changes are coming. We always knew that we were going to do like seasons, because I think it's really important to like take breaks off things so you don't feel like it gets monotonous, or so you don't feel like, okay, did we say that? Have we said that?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's important to do that in general. And I think that was something that we always intended on doing. And then it kind of just lined up that the next few weeks are going to be when it is.
Yes.
Kait is incredible. Kait Anderson is amazing and lovely and wonderful. And she's our producer.
Mentor and helper.
And just, friend and all around wonderful human. And she's going to Japan, and she needs to be able to experience Japan in the best way possible and not have anything to do with us during that time.
Yes.
And then we're going to Yosemite for a full week.
Yes.
We're going to be in the middle of the woods.
In the woods is.
Which I do think we should film some stuff there and post it.
Stuff.
And then we just realized that we need a little bit of time to get that second season to where we need it to be, to have a different set and everything. And I think
different set, some guests, some merch,
everything
I want
that you need
that
to
call
do.
in line. So
we're gonna have a call in line.
So people call in, and then they can, and we can talk to them.
I love that so much. But even more, I think it's going to be an exciting thing for us to just take a tiny little break. We'll be back next month, and then also the fun thing about that being kind of opening it up to you guys in the comments and wherever you want to put it on our Instagram or email us or anything. Let us know what you want to hear from us in season 2.
And
Let
what
us
you
know,
like.
Yeah, what you
because
love, what
we
you
are,
like.
in a way, we're going to take it to the next chapter, and whatever that means, we're gonna figure it out. But like, so the more you tell us, like, if even if it's just like, I like it, like, that's good,
great, love it. Thank you so much.
But if you're like, I love these stories, or I love these impressions, or I love relationship advice. Well, I've been doing impressions of this whole time. Or like a lot of people have been saying most popular girls in school stuff. So if that's what you want to hear, maybe I'll bring Mark and the creators on. Like, just let us know who, what, when,
How?
Where? How?
Why?
How you want to hear it?
No, really.
Yeah.
I do want to open it up and be like, during this time, please let us know what you love, what you don't. You have 37 episodes to re-listen to or to catch up on.
Yep.
So that'll be a fun little journey. And then just let us know what you love, what you like, what you're looking forward to. We'll take the time to really get some stuff under our belts, because I do think we've done that, where we continue every time we put it out, we're like, oh shit, we got to do this, we got to do that.
Yeah.
But there isn't that much time when you're doing it weekly. And so I think taking the break will be really lovely for us, lovely for Kait.
Yes.
And then we'll get to come back with a vengeance and
Season 2.
And it's going to be like Fast and Furious, sir.
Yeah.
Season 2, more favorite-y, cheesier.
More cheesy.
More favorite-y cheeses.
Too stringy, too cheesy.
Too stringy, too cheesy.
And I and Kay and Lee, we were talking about, no promises yet, but like we were talking about making some more short form, some fun other sketches and stuff, not just the podcast. I know not everyone can listen to an hour-long podcast every week, but like, you know, we're trying to stay authentic to us and make it like, originally we came out because people wanted a friend in COVID, and we wanted to have like we wanted to check in with people, and we wanted to do like a chill cast thing, but like, you know, maybe we should step it up a little. Yeah,
do some like Instagram lives or like give Frank her own show, you know? But no, I love it. I'm excited about it. And I hope you guys are excited about it as well. Yeah. And it'll go by in a blink. But let us know what you want more of in season 2. And I'm stoked. And also, thank you so much for listening this long and this hard and this good. Yeah. You guys are all lovely and wonderful. And I mean, we just, you know, we adore you. Yeah. We adore you.
We love you guys.
Yeah, stay stinky. We like
hanging out. Stay stinky.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. When are we coming back? September
16th.